Shalom and good day, my brothers and sisters. I first like to give honors to our Father in heaven, who is YAHUWAH. He is the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Also giving honors unto his son, Yahusha HaMashiach, for he is the Messiah, known as the second Adam. He is the Iron, which is the eye/light of the body, as well as the fountain of the living waters. And last but not least, giving honors unto our mother. Yes, we do have a mother in heaven, just like we have a mother in earth, but done in heaven, done in earth. And she's often known as wisdom. For the Messiah says this about her. He said, wisdom shall be justified by her children, meaning that she was not created by the Most High in vain. She shall bring forth, or she shall birth the children of the light. Shalom and good day, family. I bring unto you a word from the Most High. And what I mean is, this word in particular was a question I had asked my father because I saw something that was written in the King James 1611 side note. And what is so amazing about our Father in heaven, he answered my question with, the formula that we use when we say precept upon precept and line upon line, here a little and there a little. So let us begin. The title of this word today is Helpmeet, and we'll be looking at Genesis chapter 2, verse 18. And we're going to be looking at the King James definition of helpmeet, or the helpmeet definition. Now, unfortunately, with this particular verse, most of the time, we can go to our strong concordance and get more understanding of what the Hebrew text is telling us or what the Greek text is telling us. But when I looked at the side note was going in more further detail. Okay. And I'm like, what did that mean, Father? And you'll see what I'm talking about. Okay. So take this time to meditate on the word help meet. Because most of us think that we know what a help meet is. We often think of the woman as the help meet. But do we truly have the correct definition of the help meet according to the word of Yah? Okay. So now let us begin. Let's get this out the way for I may be sharing some copyright materials with you. Again, the title of this video is Help Meet Genesis chapter 2, verse 18, the King James 1611, Help Meet definition. Okay. Let's see if my computer cooperate with me today. All right. So let's get straight on into it, brothers and sisters. We're going to Genesis chapter 2, and we'll be going to the 1611 text. Okay. And I will read the chapter summary unto you. Okay, I do recommend that you get this Bible. Some sites such as Amazon and eBay sell this Bible at a very affordable rate. But those who are not able to buy this Bible, there is a website that is free unto you where you can refer to it until you get your own copy of it. Okay, so the chapter summary of Genesis chapter 2 says this: the first Sabbath, the first Shabbat, the manner of creation, the planting of the garden of Eden, and the river thereof, the tree of knowledge only forbidden, the naming of the creatures, the making of woman, and an institution of marriage. Okay, so today we're going to focus on verse 18 out of this chapter. However, I do recommend that you read this whole chapter entirely, and meditate on it. Verse 18. And Yahuwah Elohim said, it is not good that man should be alone. I will make him an helpmeet for him. Think about it, y'all. I want you to meditate on this verse. Our Father in heaven says that it's not good for Adam, man, to be alone. I will make him a helpmeet for him. And I like to say this unto you, brothers and sisters, as we going through these living word, remember what's done in heaven is also done on earth. Mysteries, right? But not mysteries. When the Spirit reveal it unto you and explain unto you, it's mysteries for those who really don't understand the mind of our Father in heaven. So this is the question I have for the Father that I read in the side notes, dealing with this particular verse. So when you go to the side note in this particular verse, all right, you will see a precept referring to Ecclesiasticus, also known as Ben Sirach, or the son of Sirach, and that's in the Apocrypha, chapter 17, verse 5. But today, we're not going to go there today. That's something you can do in your spare time to see why that particular verse is referring to that precept that is written in the Apocrypha, known as Ecclesiasticus, or Ben Sirach, or son of Sirach, chapter 17, verse 5. But we're going to look at this particular part. And this part I'm talking about here. It said that it gives a definition of helpmeet. And it says that the helpmeet is as before him. So now we're going to go back to the text and read it with the Hebraic definition. Okay. Take this time now to pause your screens to get the side notes for Genesis chapter 2, okay, of the 1611 Bible. So we're going to insert this Hebraic definition, okay, as before him. What does that mean? Because that's something I asked the Father. What are you saying here? Because, most of us speak English, and when you first read it, you be like, as before him? So you'll see what I'm talking about when we insert it. And Yahuwah said, it is not good that man should be alone. I will make him, let's see. Hold on, y'all. Let me get my Bible so I make sure I insert it correctly. Hold on. Let me go to the picture so I can see where to insert this part here. Okay. So, right here. And I'm going to blow this up so y'all can see it so I can read it correctly. Now, I know the garter plant is not always clear sometimes, but we're going to just do the best we can, brothers and sisters, okay? I'm right here in this particular verse. So, as before him, we're going to substitute meet with as before him. So, we're going to read this sentence again. And Yahuwah Elohim said, it is not good that the man should be alone. I will make him and help as before him. Do y'all hear that? What the Father's saying. I will make Adam and help as before him. Now, when you read it that way in the English text, you be thinking, first thing you ask Father, the first thing you would ask our Father in heaven is, Father, are you saying that the woman is before the man? Is the woman before the male? Is the woman before Adam? Let me read this again. And Yahuwah Elohim said, it is not good that man should be alone. I will make Adam and help meet. I will make Adam and help as before him. As before him. What does it mean that the woman will be before him? What is our Father in heaven saying here? Right? What is our Father in heaven saying as before him? Okay? Think about it, my brothers and sisters. I will make Adam and help as before him. I know some of us are scratching our heads. So typically what most of us would do, we'll run to the strong concordance trying to get the answer, right? Well, let's go there and see what answer do we get. Okay. And this is an example why we have to look at these ancient books, look at the older copies, the older prints, because not everything's going to be revealed through a strong concordance. Okay. Now you see why Isaiah, the prophet Isaiah, was giving us the formula that he gave unto us, because a lot of things is going to come by precepts and by line upon line, here a little and there a little, to get the full understanding of what our Father is saying about the help meet, about the woman. So most of us is going to, go to the Strong Concordance and click on the Hebraic definition of help meet, which is H5828. Okay, we're going to click on that. And most of us have the understanding what help meet means in the English language. Far as the Hebraic word is pronounced as azer, azer, okay? Now, most of us know that it means to help, okay? Or to succor, okay? That's another way how the Bible make we use it. Or to give aid, okay? In other words, to help, right? So we understand that the Most High created the woman to help the male who was named Adam. Most have had that understanding, okay? Also, I want to click further down to see if anything else we need to look at in the Strong Concordance before we go to the answer that is revealed in the 1611. Okay, so we see here in the Hebrew Chaldee lexicon, we have here again, help meet means aid, help. Often, I can't remember what's the word for that abbreviated word, but a helper, an aid, okay, a female helper, okay. Let's keep going. Trying to see if it's anything else in this particular verse. I don't think so. Okay. So now we're going to the line. It's actually was revealed by a line upon line. My brothers and sisters, when the Father gave me the answer, what does it mean that the woman um, shall be before Adam? What did that mean? So the answer is revealed in the book of Proverbs, chapter 8. Now we're going to read the entire chapter of Proverbs, chapter 8, but the answer is revealed in one verse. But remember the beginning of the video, I said what's done in heaven is also done in the earth. And then if you understand that relationship, then you will understand the meaning of helpmeet in the earth. Okay? A lot of people don't understand that these two realms go hand in hand. And the Father prayer give us the biggest clue. He said what's done in heaven will also be done in the earth. Okay? So that's telling us a lot, the Father prayer as well. So now let's go to the book of Proverbs, chapter 8 of the 1611. I am going to read the chapter summary to you. Okay. I will try my best not to expound on every verse because I want to get to the verse that gives us the answer to Genesis chapter 2, verse 18, to expound why the woman is as before Adam. Why is she before him? Okay. All right. Proverbs chapter 8. The fame and evidence of wisdom, the excellency, the nature, the power, the riches, and the eternity of wisdom. Wisdom is to be desired for the blessedness it bringeth. Now, I want to make this clear. The wisdom that I'm talking about comes from heaven above. It comes from our Father, y'all. Made by our Father, created, or made or created by our Father. It does not come from the earth, meaning that you can't get it from the schools. You can't get it through your bloodline. Okay. This is not something fleshy attained. This is not something cardinal attained by your hand. No, this is something by spirit only. And I gave y'all a clue in the beginning of the video when I was describing the second Adam, who is what? The fountain of the living waters. If you understand that, then you know already where I'm getting at. Again, wisdom comes from heaven above, and only the spirit of Yah can give you wisdom. Okay. Verse 1. Do not wisdom cry and understanding put forth her voice? Think about it, y'all. She is crying, right? She is speaking. But is anyone listening? But let us keep going. She standeth in the top of high places, by the way in the places of the paths. She cried at the gates, at the entry of the city, at the coming in at the doors. Unto you, O men, I call, and my voice is to the sons of man. Another word you want to meditate on, door. Who is the left? Who is the door? I give that to you. Yahusha HaMashiach. Again, these things I'm speaking unto you is showing you how do you attain wisdom. Again, it's not by your hands, only by the Spirit of Yah. But let us keep going. So wisdom is cried unto you, men, Adam, as well. Remember, what goes for the male, let's go for the female. What goes for the gander, what goes for the goose, go for the gander, right? So unto you, O Adam, I call. Adam, who is called male and female, right? I call, and my voice is to the sons of man. Wisdom is speaking to you, my brothers, calling you. O ye simple, understand wisdom, and ye fools, be ye of an understanding heart. Hear, for I will speak of excellent things, and the opening of my lips shall be right things. For my mouth shall speak truth, and wickedness is an abomination to my lips. Do y'all hear that about wisdom? She speaks truth, and she hates wickedness. So it won't come from her lips. She don't speak wicked things. Let us keep going. All the words of my mouth are in righteousness. There is nothing forward or perverse in them. They are all plain to him that understandeth. Do y'all hear that? They are all plain to him that understandeth, and right to them that find knowledge. Receive my instruction. Do you hear what wisdom's saying unto us, y'all? Do you hear what our mother in heaven is saying unto us? She says, receive my instruction, and not silver, and knowledge rather than choice gold. She said, receive her instruction, receive her knowledge, because these things are higher than silver and gold. Let us keep going. For wisdom is better than rubies, and all the things that may be desired are not to be compared to it. So nothing can compare to the wisdom of Yah, the wisdom that was made by him. Nothing can compare to her. Nothing. Do y'all hear that? Okay, let's keep going. There is a wealth that is of great value. It cannot be compared to her. All right. Let me see. I, wisdom, dwell with prudence and find out knowledge of witty inventions. The fear of YAHUWAH, or the fear of the Lord, is to hate evil, pride and arrogancy, and the evil way, and the forward mouth do I hate. Counsel is mine. Do y'all hear that? Wisdom said, counsel is mine, and sound wisdom I am understanding. I have strength. Do y'all hear what wisdom's saying about herself? Okay. She goes on to say, because counsel his minds, and she has sound wisdom, and she is understanding, and because of that she has strength. Therefore by her kings reign, and princes decree justice. She goes on to say, by her princes rule, and nobles, even all the judges of the earth. She's saying why these people are able to do what they do because of her. Okay. I love them that love me. Do you hear what wisdom says? That I love them that love me, and those that seek me early shall find me. Riches and honor are with me. Yes, durable riches and rich and righteousness. This is why we see King Solomon during his time, the highlight of his life, where he was very rich because wisdom was walking with him. See, he only asked for wisdom, but what he did not know, he asked for the greatest treasure in heaven. And because of that, wisdom brought with her riches. Something to meditate on. Let's read verse 18 again. It said, riches and honor are with me. Yes, durable riches and righteousness. Do y'all hear that? Riches and honor comes with her. That's what she brings with her that will fall upon you. Okay? And also we see what? Durable riches and righteousness. That means everlasting, ongoing. Okay? It's durable. Okay? Verse 19, she goes on to say, she said, my fruit is better than gold, yes, than fine gold, and my revenue than choice silver. So she's already telling you what her worth is. It's higher than gold and higher than silver, no matter how fine or how pure the gold and silver is. Verse 20, I lead in the way of righteousness, in the midst of the path of judgment. Do y'all hear that? She leads in the way of righteousness and in the middle of the paths of judgment, that I may cause those that love me to inherit substance, and I will fill their treasures. Yahuwah possessed me in the beginning of his way, before his works of old. So our Father possessed her. Listen up, brethren, because if you understand this, you understand why a wife is a possession unto you. But let us keep going. It said, Yahuwah possessed wisdom in the beginning of his way, before his works of old. So before his creation, our Father in heaven possessed wisdom. She goes on to say, she says, I was set up from everlasting, from the beginning, or ever the earth was, when there was no depth. So see, she was before all of his creation. So she's going to expound on this. She says, when there was no depths, I was brought forth. When there was no fountain abounding with water, before the mountains were settled, before the hills, I was brought forth. While as yet he had not made the earth, nor the fields, nor the highest part of the dust of the earth. Of the dust of the world. Do y'all hear this? She's telling you she was before all these things, but let's keep going. When he prepared the heavens, I was there. Do y'all hear that? Wisdom was with him while he prepared the heavens. When he set a compass upon the face of the deep, she was there. When he established the clouds above, she was there. When he strengthened the fountains of the deep, wisdom was there, my brothers and sisters. When he gave the sea his decree, that the waters should not pass his commandment. When he appointed the fountains of the earth, wisdom was there, y'all. Then I was by him. Do y'all hear that? Then wisdom was by him, as one brought up with him. Do y'all hear that? And I was his daily delight, rejoicing always before him. Highlight that. That's the answer. We're going to come back to that verse. That's the answer to understand Genesis chapter 2, verse 18. She says, I was by him. So she was right beside him, y'all. right beside our Father in heaven. As one brought up with him, I was his daily delight. And we're going to expound what it means to be Yahuwah's delight. Why was wisdom Yahuwah's delight? Do you understand what I'm about to go into? What's done in heaven, done in earth. You begin to understand now, brothers and sisters, why Adam is made in their image, the male and the female. But let us keep going. It said, I was his daily delight, rejoicing always before him. So wisdom was rejoicing before our Father in heaven. So she was before him, rejoicing, and she was his delight. I want to expound on that because we're about to get deep, y'all. We're going to get deep. Rejoicing in the habitable part of his earth. Do y'all hear that? That's what wisdom says. She said she was rejoicing in the habitable part of his earth. And my delights were with the sons of men. Do y'all hear that? Wisdom said, my delights was with the sons of Adam. Now, therefore, hearken to me, O ye children. Now you begin to understand what the Messiah says. She is our mother. She said, what? Hearken unto me, O ye children, sons and daughters of Adam. For blessed are they that keep my ways. If you remember what we read above, she would not lead you wrong. She would not lead you astray. She would make you a friend of Yah. But let us keep going. She said, for blessed are they that keep my ways. Hear instructions and be wise and refuse it not. Blessed is the man that heareth me. Do y'all hear that? Those that listen to our mother, who is wisdom, who is heaven, who is made by our Father, who stands beside him, and who is what? Always rejoicing before him and his delight. She says, blessed is the man that heareth me, watching daily at my gates, waiting at the posts of my doors. For whoso find me findeth life, and shall attain favor of the Lord. Do you begin to understand, my brothers, why you attain the favor of the Lord when you find a wife? If not, read this chapter again. And do you understand? What's done in heaven, done in earth, will be made in their image. But let us keep going. But he that sinneth against me wrongeth his own soul, and all they that hate me love death. Do you hear that, my brothers and sisters? If you hate wisdom who comes from heaven, who is made by our Father, I'm talking about the one that is beside him, the one who's standing before him rejoicing. If you hate her, then you're going to love death. So let me give you the way or how you can attain wisdom. Once you receive Yahusha HaMashiach, who is the salvation of Yah, the salvation of God, the instruction that are written in Romans chapter 10, then he who is the iron, the Messiah, Yahusha HaMashiach, who is the door, he is the fountain of the living waters. Through him can you receive wisdom. For it's written in the book of John chapter 14, he said, when you receive me, then they can abide in you. Abode, ABODE, in you. Read John chapter 14. When you receive the Son, then the Father, which is Yahuwah, and the Mother, which is wisdom, can live in you. That's how you attain it. But you got to follow their instructions. You got to listen. You got to be obedient. Okay? So let us go back to verse 20. So now we have the answer. It says that the helpmeet, which is the woman, which is the wife of Adam, he said the help will be as before Adam. So we can see the relationship as the woman who is the help as before Adam. The same as with wisdom, who is before our Father in heaven. We're about to go deep, y'all. But before we can go deep, we got to define delight. Because if you understand delight, do you understand why wisdom was rejoicing always before him? Okay. We got to go to a prophet. Prophet Ezekiel. Ezekiel, I think it's chapter 24, but Let me get there, y'all. Okay. We go to Ezekiel, I believe it's chapter 24. Here you go. We're going to read a chapter summary because the chapter summary is going to give you more understanding about the word delight. And we are going to have to go to the strong concordance so I can show you how all this tie in. Okay. It says, Ezekiel chapter 24 to 16:11. Under the parable of a boiling pot, it showed the irreparable destruction of Jerusalem. By the sign of Ezekiel not mourning for the death of his wife, it showed the calamity of the Jews to be beyond all sorrow. So when you begin to read about the prophets, right, and you will learn that the prophets and prophetess of Yah are giving signs. And some of these signs was physical signs on an event that took place that either related to the prophet or fell upon the prophet. And that sign that was upon the prophet, okay, or related to the prophet, was to give Israel understanding of what would happen to them or the judgment that would fall upon them. Okay, so now we're going to go to verse 15. It says here, also the word of Yahuwah came unto me, saying, see how the living word came unto the prophet. If you understand who that word is, it is Yahusha Mashiach. So Yahusha Mashiach, who is what? The spirit of Yah, came unto the prophet Ezekiel, saying, Son of Adam, behold, I take away from thee the desire of thy eyes with a stroke. Yet neither shalt thou mourn nor weep, neither shall thy tears run down. I want you to highlight the desire of thy eyes because we're going to go to the strong concordance to see how this relate to delight. Because when you understand those two, do you understand what delight mean unto the Father? Okay, but let us keep going. He says, for beer, for beer to cry, making no mourning for the deaf, bind the tire of thy head upon thee, and put on thy shoes upon thy feet. Cover not thy lips, and eat not the bread of men. So I spake unto the people in the morning. See how the prophet always start in the early part of the day. He spake unto them in the morning, and at even my wife died. And I did in the morning as I was commanded. Now, I don't mean no harm. That's a hard pill to swallow, ain't it? That's something you like, Father, why are you going to take away my wife? Think about it. But as a prophet Yah, we had to do the will of our Father, hoping that the people will understand these signs to let them know Father ain't playing. But anyway, let us look up what does it mean when the Father spoken to Ezekiel. He said in this verse 16, he said, look, I would take away from you the desire of thy eyes with a stroke. Let's look that up. Ezekiel 24:16. So we're going to look up desire in the Hebrew text of the Strong Concordance. And we're going to have to go to, I know, one of those books that is related to this Hebrew word. For we know desire of thy eyes, or what desire, what is a pleasant thing. It can be a goodly thing, a lovely thing, a beloved, right? Because we know wife, woman go hand in hand with beloved, right? Something that you want, okay? Some other definitions, as we see here: delightful, hence a delight, object of affection or desire. Beloved, desire, goodly, lovely, pleasant. So it's an object of defect. I mean, an object of affection. And this is getting deep. What's done in heaven, done in earth. Is not the woman or the wife of Adam an object of affection? Hmm. So this is how we can relate the word delight to that word desire. And also, we can look at the Hebrew Chaldee lexicon. For it says desire, hence the object of desire, that which made thy eyes desire, right? Because when a man sees a beautiful woman, he desire her, right? Or want her as his wife, right? Hmm. He says his love, his affection, right? Okay. Something beautiful to look at. This is why when you study the biblical times, women would dance before the men, right? Okay. I'm kind of hitting on what as before him means. Okay. Okay. Let's see here. So that's something to look at. And far as the Hebrew word, I'm going to see what is the pronunciation of it. So it's pronounced as machmod. Machmod. Don't forget my tongue. I'm not the best. So now that we read Ezekiel 24, what the Father was prophesying unto the children of Israel because of their disobedience, he would take away their desires. He would take away their delights, things that made them happy or brought pleasure unto them, or that was an object of their affection, something that they loved dearly, such as their children, their wives, etc. Right? Things that make you happy, right? Another thing that comes to mind is in the book of the Apocrypha, and I think it's in the book of Esdras, when one of them was given a question, what is the strongest thing? And it's a riddle, and it pertains to a woman. But in that description that the Israelite brother was given about the woman, only a woman can sit on the king's lap and take his crown that is upon his head and twirl it upon her fingers. Only her can do that. No one else. The love of his heart, his delight. Do y'all see where I'm going with this? Now, let's go back to Genesis chapter 2, verse 18. So, as we look at Genesis chapter 2, verse 18, and along with Proverbs chapter 8, verse 30, we see that wisdom was beside our Father when he created everything in the heavens and in the earth. And another prophet that would back me up is the book of Enoch, second Enoch. Oh yeah. He does talk about wisdom too in first Enoch, I believe. But also he goes in deeper details about her in second Enoch. hmm We also see that she is his daily delight. No, we also see that, yeah, she is his delight. hmm Also, I'll give y'all this too. You can look this up too. She is beauty. She is his beauty of holiness. She is his glory. Sound familiar? What's done in heaven, done in earth. So just as wisdom is our Father delight, and she's already rejoicing before him. In other words, she's showing him her works and what she made, and what she was created to do. And that what pleased the Father. He sees what she's bringing back in return to him. And one of the things is that rejoicing in the habitable part of the earth, of his earth, like she's showing him how happy she is, how he made the earth, She's also showing him that her delights were with the sons of men, and that makes our Father happy too. Remember, the Messiah said that wisdom shall be justified by her children. So she shall what? Bring our Father children that will be known as the children of light. In other words, we will follow our Father ways and his instructions. We won't disobey him. So we can see why she is his delight, his treasure, his heart, his joy, his beauty of holiness, or also known as his glory, just as the woman is the glory of man. Just like the woman is what? Beside the man, helping him. Do y'all see the relationship now? Oh, we also see the woman um like standing before him. Because if you notice, a woman makes a man happy, such as she would sing before him, she would dance before him. She would show him a love, affection. Do y'all see where we're going with this? And this nugget was not only revealed, not through a strong concordance this time, it's revealed through the 1611 side note. Okay, let's go back there and read that thing again so we can understand what Genesis chapter 2, verse 18 is telling us about the helpmeet. And it's telling us that the help, the woman, is the man delight. She is his glory, right? And now we understand why the help is as before him. Just as wisdom is before our Father, rejoicing and showing the Father all her works and what she's bringing back unto him. The same is with the woman. What's done in heaven, done in earth. So let's look at verse 18. And it says, and Yahuwah Elohim said, it is not good that man should be alone. Do y'all hear that? What's done in heaven, done in earth. Just as the Father created wisdom to be by his side, before he created everything in the heavens and earth, wisdom was still with him. So our Father wasn't alone, therefore Adam shall not be alone. So our Father going to say, I will make him and help as before him, meaning that the woman would be by his side, and she would stand before him to be his delight, to be his love of affection, to be his glory, to be his joy. Do y'all see where I'm going with this? So when we read this text in the English way, it's not saying that the woman is above the man. It's not saying that. In this particular text, in this particular verse, before it's giving you a hint, it's letting you know that the woman is his delight, his joy, his pleasure, his love and affection. And she makes him smile. She is his glory. So what's done in heaven is done in the earth. This is why we have a father and mother in the heaven, and we have a father and a mother in the earth. And we begin to understand, what does it mean that we're made in that image? Do not children imitate or do as their parents do? So the same is with us. Whether you are male or female, we do what our foreparents do. But we do what our parents do. And our first parents are those. Our first parents, y'all, forgive my tongue, are they who are in the heaven. And that is YAHUWAH and wisdom. And we can only receive them now, or in order for them to live in us, is through their Son, Yahusha HaMashiach, who is the living word. For through him he is the iron, and he is the door. And this is why he say, none can get to the Father, none can get to the Father, forgive my tongue, y'all, but by me. And this is why he also say, I'm the way to truth and life, and he is. And he is the fountain of the living waters. So if you want your Father in heaven and your mother, who is wisdom, to live in you, you have to receive Yahushua HaMashiach. For he is the Son of God. He is the second Adam. He is the left, the door of the sheep. And he is the iron, which means he is the eye/light of the body. And he is the fountain of the living waters. I hope y'all enjoy this word. I did too myself. Remember, keep reading, and you will see more scriptures that would confirm what I'm saying unto you. But we went directly to the scriptures that would nip it in the bud. And unto those who don't understand what I just shared with you, just seek Yah. Ask him for understanding. He shall give it unto you. Okay? All right, my brothers and sisters, continue to preach that the kingdom of heaven is at hand, for it's truly at hand. And make sure the people receive salvation as written in Romans chapter 10. And baptize the people in the name of Yahushua HaMashiach. For the Lamb set the example of the water baptism and the Holy Spirit baptism. And if you have no one to baptize you, the Father made it easy now. For the water is the second witness in the earth, as written in 1 John chapter 5. Therefore, it can report back unto the Father of those who had entered into the renewed marriage, or the new covenant that the Messiah has made for us. So exercise your faith with works. Where there's water, ye shall be baptized. You can go to a river, swimming pool, lake, stream, bathroom. Again, where there's water, ye shall be baptized. Exercise your faith with works. You can do it yourself. Just believe that you are received. And the same is with the Holy Spirit baptism. The Father made that easy too. For our Father says this, if you ask in the name of Yahushua HaMashiach, who is his Son, he shall give you the Holy Spirit baptism according to your heart, your faith, and your works. And the heart that I'm talking about is what is in the midst of your body, what is joined to your soul. For the Father knows your true thoughts and your intentions. Love you all, and shalom.